Hi guys, welcome to the Age of Listening channel. I was kind of drawn to the idea of reading some excerpts from my diary. This is my spiritual diary, and it helps me to remember what I've been told that I need to do, and you know, it's just a lovely way to remember, and probably for my kids to read when I'm long gone. So if Spirit ever talks to me, or God, my creator God, or my guide talks to me, then I write it down. So here is the 1st of August 2020. I was thinking how many wise readers that there are on YouTube. I was just sat there, my mind was pretty empty. I was just in that wonderful space of you know, gratitude and just I was just thinking they were wonderful. And this came in. The tarot card readers are going to be moved to a different way of being in the future. They are going to be focusing on the now and less on the future. They are going to be helping people to face their present situations so that they can face their tomorrows by using their own strength. Renewed and restored strength. I asked, renewed and restored are words that imply they had it in the first place. What about the people who haven't ever had their own personal strength? The perpetual victims, the people who are stuck in a cycle? He shakes his head. My higher self, or whoever it is that talks to me, is always male. By the way, those who have ears to hear and eyes to see will be moved by this more, you know, these more. So many people want to be fed like babies their whole lives, put no effort into this life experience. This age of Aquarius is about having that personal relationship with our spiritual creator, and going to a religious building is not going to cut it anymore. And then this last bit here. It's a different conversation. 1st of August 2020. How many times, this is being told to me, specifically me, but I just really resonated, and I kind of felt that it would resonate with a lot of people. I was told this: how many times do I have to take away things from you before you realize your own strength and you can stand on your own? So that was showing to me that I'm being codependent. I've still got codependency issues there. So I'll read that again. How many times do I have to take away things from you before you realize your own strength and you can stand on your own? And then a different thing. How many people do I have to push in front of you who are going to treat you unfairly before you find your voice? Wow. I have to learn to stand up for myself more. Okay. On the same day, those who are weak, our God makes us strong. Go within. The kingdom of God is within. Stop looking outside for nurturing, love, and acceptance. You ain't gonna find it until you learn to find, sorry, my guide, you know, our guides, they talk to us in a language that we understand. Do you get that? They don't talk in some holy these and thous. They really just talk in a way that you understand. Okay. You ain't gonna find it until you learn to find that strength within yourself. and stand up for yourself. I can't give you what you can do until you learn these lessons, because it will tear you apart. Thick skin is needed. So here I'm told that I'm not going to be given what I'm supposed to do in life until I've learned these lessons, because they can see that it will tear me apart. I'm not ready for it. Do you see? Until I learn to stop being codependent, stop waiting for someone else to rescue me, and learn to find my voice. So I don't know why I was pushed to say that to you guys. I've got one last thing to say actually before I go. I was really blessed the other day when I was listening to somebody on YouTube, because I don't watch normal TV, but I was listening to YouTube, and there was this guy, and he said that he was afflicted with, after his firstborn, I think, was born, he was afflicted with these awful visions of children being abused. And I can't remember how he dealt with it now, but it triggered me enormously, because I've had them since I was a little girl. And it just made me go, oh, that's another piece of the puzzle. So when it was so good to know that somebody else had that same experience. Now, he put it down to having a child and you know, and feeling all that love for the child, and, you know, whatever. But I can remember having it since I was a wee child. I would not be asleep, it wasn't a dream, but I'd get myself into a relaxed state. And the minute I got myself into a relaxed state, I'd be flooded with millions of children being abused. Horrific. Different children the whole time, different perpetrators. Just, it was like a flood of abuse. It was almost like I was feeling every single emotion that millions of children were feeling all over the world. Now, I handled it, and I'm saying this because if there's anybody else out there who have had similar experiences. So I didn't know what it was. I think when I handled it, I think I was about 25 or 26 when I finally got around to dealing with it, because I didn't know how to get rid of it. But I said, because I was a Christian at the time, I said, okay, I'm going to pray for these children every single day, because I thought it was like I thought at the time that it was an attack from the devil. I now kind of know different. But, you know, the result is kind of the same, you know, and this is how it works out sometimes. So I prayed, I said, okay, I'm going to pray for all of these children. And you know, I'm embarrassed to say it, but this is what I said. Okay, devil, you know what? I'm going to pray for all of these children. And I'm going to pray for them every single time I have these visions, until you give up sending them to me. So it wasn't long. It didn't take long, probably a couple of weeks. And I prayed every single night. And they began to get less and less until they eventually stopped. I haven't had one since. Now I look back at it, now I realize that actually I was part of a group of people who are just very sensitive to what's going on in this earth, this earthly experience, and really aware of it, and it's obviously going on, and I could feel it all, and it's just too much, you know, too much. And by praying for those children, it did something. You know, I don't know all the answers, and I'm humble enough to know that I've been wrong before. And I try to not categorize anything and anybody. I try not to categorize a specific way of doing something, because it's not helpful, because we learn and we grow and we change our minds and we have further experiences. But, you know, I can write all of these experiences and these conversations that I have down so that I can look back at them and, well, I'm just doing it because I was told to do it by Spirit, so I'm just doing it. But we are constantly growing and changing our minds on things that we experience spiritually years, decades later. I don't know why I was told to tell you all of this, but I hope it has helped illuminate something to certain people, make them understand. And we are like sponges. When you're spiritual, you're like a sponge and you receive a lot of things. But basically what I get from these two passages is that we're to be self-empowered now. Now is the time to stop looking at other people for spiritual reference. It's okay to learn and to, you know, listen to people, but our strength and our growth must come from within, by connecting to your God, by whatever your point of reference is as your beautiful, loving, spiritual God. And if that is your Heavenly Father, if that is your, if you view, I mean, I don't worship the earth. I don't worship Mother Earth, only because I guess I feel that I don't know enough about it, but also to me it is a creation. So I'm not going to worship a creation. I'd rather worship whatever created the creation. But, you know, whatever it is that is beautiful and loving and protective and kind and giving, and, you know, this is where you need to tap into. Oh my goodness, it's just reminded me. Okay, yeah, I said I'd do this. I've got to be so quick because we're in 13 minutes now. I asked my spirit what my higher self looked like. You're going to think I'm so crazy now, but hey, in for a penny, in for a pound. I was shown this picture of my higher self sitting at a table with what looked like circular, if you know Harry Potter, pensives. It was a big bowl, and Harry Potter stuck his head in and he could see past memories. Well, this is not past memories, this is what's going on in real time. But here he was, I saw my higher self, and he was sat at a table and chairs, and there were 6 versions of my life going on all at the same time. And he was sat there, and I was stood over his shoulder looking at what he was looking at. And I saw me doing different things at the same time. And yeah, so like here, I just saw me. And my higher self was studying what was going on, was listening to me in my life, whichever place it was at, and was helping me and giving me direction. Hey, make of that what you want. I'm not going to judge you. Don't judge me. But that's what I got. Interesting. Very interesting. But, you know, here's another thing. none of us really know exactly what's going on. I'm working my way out of fanatical Christianity and moving into where God has wanted me to be for a very, very long time. And I resisted it for a long time because church was all I knew. But I've read so many amazing books that God has spoken to me through, and I've realized that whether it's my higher self, from what I gather, you have the creator God, and then you have below that we have our guides and we have our higher selves who are there for the nitty-gritty and help us to ascend to where they are. That's fine, I can deal with that. I would have said the opposite 20 years ago, but it's where I am right now. And it's the same voice that I've heard since I was a little girl, same voice, and it has blessed me. And I just want to bless you guys. And you have to use your own intuition and your own thoughts on the subject. Okay, I think that's enough videos, don't you, for 1 week? And I'll see you again soon. I hope it blesses you all. Bye-bye, guys. Love you all. Thank you for commenting. Oh, and give me thumbs up, because it's the whole algorithm thing. I couldn't care if you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, but if you put a thumbs up, supposedly it helps more people see me, which would be cool. Anyway, all right, bye guys, bye.